Then we got Zach Reese taking on Sedriques Dumas. I've got an interesting relationship with Sedriques. I don't know the guy from a hole in the wall. But when he was the consensus underdog, everybody loved him against Nursultan Ruseboyev. I was like, guys, this guy kind of sucks. What are we talking about? This is the guy you love? And this rap sheet was insane. I think some of those arrests have been expunged or he came out victorious. But it's like, this guy, this isn't the greatest guy on paper. What are we doing here? And then after his last win, which was a sloppy shit show, he was like, there's people on the internet. That's not he's not a redneck. I don't know why that was the accent. There's people on the internet talking about this and that. You don't know shit. Angelo, you're fat. He didn't quite say all that, but there was an undertone. We got Zach Reese. Massive guy for this division at 6'4". He uses all that size, all that strength in his fights. He's very well-rounded, mostly a powerful striker who can absolutely uncork. But he can wrestle as well. It's a bit inconsistent when he uses it, but he can wrestle. On the ground, he's got great BJJ from top and bottom. He'll use that length to wrap you up, but he does get a little too comfortable on bottom. He'll hang out, and he'll give up some minutes. He's coming off that decision win over Jose Medina, where he landed with power and then went in on the wrestling. You'll see that one loss. That was on me, guys. I threw him in the safety parlay against Cody Brundage. He had Cody in a triangle, and Cody literally power bombed him to blow up the safety parlay. But since then, we made some adjustments to the safety parlay, and I have hit 9 of the last 10. The only one I missed was a nice Chinese lady who almost died late in the 3rd round. Bang. Fell over like a tree. She's still, to this day, nobody's heard from her. She might have actually died. If you guys have heard from her, let us know. If not, it is what it is. Just survive another 2 minutes and we all love you. Anyway, back to this. Sedriques Dumas, street fighter. He worked his way out of the streets into the UFC. And despite those origins as a street fighter, he doesn't brawl in the octagon. He tries to keep things technical. He tries to work in actual MMA techniques. He's trying to improve. He's not just coming in here like an old school Kimbo Slice trying to make it ugly. He's sort of closer to the path of Jorge Masvidal. Started as a street fighter, made his name there, built some notoriety, and then actually turned it into a real career with very real skills. He's got okay takedowns, okay kickboxing, and he uses those techniques well. He's got a good chin. We will see what happens when things get tough. He could potentially get in some hot water, but he is tough. He doesn't quit. He's coming off that decision win over Dennis Tululin, where he went in on the wrestling, but it was clear he just didn't know what to do with it. And I've been a vocal SD Dumas hater. I understand his popularity, his marketability, but in Octagon, the performances don't really match the persona. He's not very dangerous. He's not very skilled. While he is tough and while he is improving, and you got to give him all the credit in the world for trying to make the best of this opportunity, because that's what he's doing. He's just head down, working hard, moving forward, trying to win fights. And he's doing everything he can to win fights. He's not doing stupid things. He's not just going out there being reckless. So SD Dumas, as far as his MMA career is concerned, he's doing all the right things. So you got to give him credit there. He's improving. The problem is I don't know if he's improving enough. There's a giant hole in the grappling. He's got good jiu-jitsu, but the wrestling just isn't there offensively or defensively. I see Zach just being the better fighter. He's got power in his hands. He's big, he's strong, and he could just come forward, take SD down, and work from there. Zach Reese is a minus 180 favorite, and I think he gets it done. Frankly, I think he should be a minus 300, minus 400 favorite. And this isn't, oh, you just don't like SD, because I just complimented him. He's doing the right things with his career. He's trying to improve and make this an actual MMA career and not just sort of a sideshow type thing. So credit to SD Dumas for doing all the right things, but I think Zach Reese is actually very good. He got the win over Dennis Tululin because Dennis Tululin is also a pretty one-dimensional guy. Zach Reese is not one-dimensional. He's a multi-dimensional guy with power in his hands and good jiu-jitsu, good wrestling. So I think Zach Reese gets it done. And these odds certainly are going to move come fight night.